Have you ever wondered if the man by your side truly loves you from his heart? Is his affection rooted in something deeper than mere attraction? Many women, especially those in long term relationships, find themselves questioning whether their partner's love is genuine or simply a result of habit and comfort. Love, according to Buddhist wisdom, is not just about physical intimacy, it is about deep emotional connection, understanding, and mutual respect. A man who truly loves you will exhibit certain undeniable signs that stem from a sincere heart. In this video, we will explore 9 powerful signs that reveal if a man's love is real and enduring. Stay with me until the end, and you may see your relationship in a whole new light. Number 1, he expresses love through tender gestures. In Buddhist teachings, love is not measured by the number of words spoken, but by the depth of presence and sincerity behind one's actions. A man who truly loves does not always declare it in grand or poetic ways. Instead, he expresses it through tender, thoughtful gestures. These small acts, though seemingly insignificant, hold immense meaning because they arise from mindfulness, care, and an unspoken devotion. Love, in its truest form, is about being present. A gentle touch on the back as you walk through a doorway, a reassuring squeeze of the hand when you are feeling anxious, or the simple act of making sure you have your favorite tea in the house. These are the moments that speak louder than words. They demonstrate a deep awareness of your needs and emotions, showing that he sees you, cherishes you, and cares for your well-being in ways that do not seek attention or validation. There is an old Buddhist tale about a devoted husband who never uttered flowery words to his wife, nor did he make extravagant promises. Instead, he practiced love through the smallest, most consistent gestures. Each morning, before his wife awoke, he ensured that her slippers were warm and ready beside the bed. He never let her cup sit empty, quietly refilling it with fresh tea before she could even ask. On cold nights, he adjusted the blanket over her shoulders, making sure she was warm. He never once said, "I love you," in a dramatic way, yet his actions whispered it every day. Over time, his wife realized that this quiet, unwavering presence was the purest form of love, one that did not demand recognition but was deeply felt. If your partner kisses you absent-mindedly, it may simply be out of routine. But if his kiss lingers, if he looks into your eyes with warmth, if he brushes your hair back gently or holds you close without any expectation, these are the marks of genuine love. Think about how he expresses his care. Does he notice when you're tired and offer to take on your burdens? Does he listen attentively when you speak without interrupting or waiting for his turn? Does he do little things like sending a message to check if you got home safely or adjusting your scarf on a chilly day? These are the gestures of a man who truly loves. In Buddhist philosophy, love is about being present in each moment with mindfulness. When love is expressed through these quiet, everyday acts, it is not fleeting but enduring, woven into the fabric of life itself. True love does not need to be announced. It does not seek to impress. It simply exists in every gentle touch, in every thoughtful action, and in every moment of deep, silent understanding. Number 2, his eye contact speaks volumes. The eyes in Buddhism are often referred to as the windows to the soul. They reflect our emotions, intentions, and deepest truths. When a man truly loves you, his eye contact is not just a casual glance. It carries meaning, depth, and sincerity. His gaze speaks when words fall short, revealing admiration, kindness, and a sense of presence that cannot be faked. When someone loves deeply, their eyes soften when they look at the person they cherish. Love-filled eye contact is not just about attraction, it is about connection, attention, and appreciation. A man who values and cherishes you will look at you as if you are the most important person in the room, no matter how busy or distracted the world around him may be. In Buddhist teachings, mindfulness is the art of being fully present in the moment. Eye contact is a form of mindfulness in relationships. When someone looks at you with undivided attention, they are practicing presence. They are with you in that moment with no distractions. A loving gaze reassures you that you are seen, heard, and valued. I once knew an elderly couple who had been married for over 50 years. Their relationship was filled with the quiet, enduring love that so many people long for. Despite their wrinkles and the weight of time, the husband would often pause in conversations just to look at his wife. He didn't need to say anything. His eyes carried decades of devotion, gratitude, and admiration. Even in silence, their love spoke through glances. When she laughed, he watched her as if memorizing every detail of her smile. When she spoke, he listened, not just with his ears, but with his entire being. And when they sat together in the quiet of the evening, their eyes held unspoken words of gratitude for the years they had shared and of an unbreakable bond that time could not erode. Eye contact can reveal a lot about the emotional depth of a relationship. If a man frequently avoids eye contact, looks away when you speak, or only meets your gaze when necessary, it may signal emotional distance or a lack of deep connection. A distracted or indifferent gaze can indicate preoccupation with something else, whether external worries, personal doubts, or an unwillingness to engage emotionally. But when a man locks eyes with you, even in a crowded room, when he watches you with warmth and attentiveness, and when his gaze lingers because he finds joy in simply looking at you, his love runs deep. He sees you not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. His eyes are not just observing, they are connecting, understanding, and holding space for you in his heart. The way someone looks at you can tell you more about their feelings than any words ever could. If his eyes light up when he sees you, if he holds your gaze with affection and respect, and if he looks at you like you are the most precious thing in his world, then you know his love is real. Number 3, he makes time for you. Time is one of the most valuable and finite resources we have in life. Unlike money, possessions, or material success, time cannot be replenished once spent. This is why the act of making time for someone is a profound gesture of love, care, and commitment. When a man truly loves you, he will not just fit you into his schedule when it's convenient, he will carve out meaningful time for you because he treasures your presence in his life. Many people mistake love for the amount of time spent together, but true love is not just about duration. It's about attention and presence. A man who values you will ensure that the time he spends with you is meaningful. Whether it's a deep conversation over coffee, a walk in the park, or simply sitting together in comfortable silence, he will make sure that those moments count. For instance, imagine a man with a demanding job, perhaps a doctor, entrepreneur, or someone working long hours. Despite his busy schedule, he still makes the effort to call you during his break, send you a thoughtful message, or plan a weekend getaway just for the two of you. He does this not because he has to, but because he wants to. His actions show that you are a priority, not an afterthought. Time is a reflection of emotional investment. A man who loves you will naturally want to share his thoughts, dreams, and experiences with you. He won't just be physically present, but also emotionally available. When he is with you, he will engage in meaningful conversations, listen attentively, and make an effort to understand your feelings. On the contrary, if he constantly cancels plans, keeps conversations brief, or always seems preoccupied when you're together, it may indicate that his heart is not truly invested. A man who genuinely cares will not make excuses, he will make time. A Zen master once said, "You can tell how much a person values something by how much time they give it." This wisdom highlights the simple truth that love is demonstrated through presence. In today's world filled with distractions, social media, work obligations, endless entertainment, giving someone undivided attention is an act of love in itself. When a man makes time for you, he is practicing mindfulness in your relationship. He is choosing to be present, to listen, and to appreciate the moment without distractions. He is not just physically there, he is emotionally and mentally engaged, treating your time together as sacred. Personal reflection. Is he truly present? It's important to ask yourself, does he set aside his phone when you are talking? Does he make an effort to spend quality time with you, even when life gets busy? Does he listen deeply, respond thoughtfully, and show interest in what matters to you? If the answer is yes, you are with someone who understands the true value of time and love. If not, it might be worth considering whether he is truly present in your relationship. At the heart of love is presence. A man who makes time for you is showing, in the most genuine way, that he values and cherishes you. Number 4, he is not afraid to show vulnerability. In Buddhism, vulnerability is not a sign of weakness. Rather, it reflects deep inner strength and wisdom. A truly loving and emotionally mature man understands that opening his heart is an act of courage, not fragility. He knows that love flourishes in authenticity, and he is willing to be seen for who he truly is, without masks, without pretenses. In many cultures, men are conditioned to suppress their emotions, equating vulnerability with weakness. They are taught to be strong, to endure in silence, and to present a stoic exterior. But true strength lies in the ability to embrace and express emotions without fear. A man who deeply loves and respects you will not only allow himself to be vulnerable around you, but he will also find comfort in doing so. I once heard a story about a man who had spent his entire life hiding his emotions. He believed that showing sadness, fear, or insecurity would make him appear weak. Then, he met a woman who changed everything. One evening, after years of keeping his emotions locked away, he found himself breaking down in front of her. He confessed his fears about his career, his struggles with self-doubt, and even the pain of childhood wounds he had never shared with anyone. Instead of judging him, she listened with compassion, offering him warmth and understanding. Later, he reflected on that moment and said, "I never cried in front of anyone until I met my wife. With her, I feel safe to be my true self." This kind of trust and emotional openness is a profound indicator of deep love. When a man is willing to share his innermost thoughts and fears with you, it means he sees you as his safe space, someone who will not reject or ridicule him but will accept and support him fully. If your partner struggles to show vulnerability, it may not mean that he does not love you. Rather, it could be the result of societal conditioning. Many men are raised to believe that expressing emotions, especially sadness or fear, is a sign of weakness. This conditioning can make it difficult for them to open up, even in relationships where they feel loved. However, when a man begins to share his dreams, insecurities, and even his failures with you, it is a sign that he trusts you deeply. It means he no longer feels the need to wear a mask around you. He sees you as his emotional refuge, a place where he can let go of the burdens he carries and be truly seen. In Buddhism, the practice of mindfulness teaches us to embrace all emotions with acceptance. We are encouraged to acknowledge our fears, sadness, and pain without resistance. Similarly, in a healthy relationship, both partners should create a space where vulnerability is not met with judgment, but with love and understanding. When a man is not afraid to show his true emotions with you, it is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign that he trusts you with his heart. And that is one of the deepest forms of love. Number 5, he is fully present when he's with you. In Zen philosophy, there is a fundamental teaching about the power of presence, the ability to be fully engaged in the moment without distraction. True presence is more than just being physically in the same space. It is about showing up emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. When a man truly loves you, he does not just occupy the room with you. He is fully immersed in your presence, making you feel seen, heard, and valued. Love is not measured by the number of hours spent together, but by the depth of connection in those moments. A man who genuinely cares will not multitask when he's with you. He won't half listen while checking his phone or nod absent-mindedly while thinking about work. Instead, he will give you his undivided attention, ensuring that every interaction is meaningful. Being fully present means actively engaging in conversation, remembering details about what you share, and responding with genuine interest. It is about making eye contact, nodding in understanding, and allowing silence when necessary to absorb the depth of the moment. A man who loves you won't just listen to your words, he will listen to the emotions behind them. Imagine this scenario. You're sitting across from your partner at dinner. The restaurant is bustling with noise. The soft glow of candlelight flickers on the table, and the scent of delicious food fills the air. You begin to share something important about your day, a challenge you faced at work, a childhood memory, or a personal dream. Now imagine two possible responses from your partner. He keeps glancing at his phone, occasionally nodding, but clearly distracted. His responses are generic, and you feel like you're talking to someone who isn't really there. He maintains eye contact, puts his phone away, and leans in slightly to listen. He responds thoughtfully, asks questions, and shows curiosity about what you are saying. His body language signals that he is engaged and that what you say matters to him. Which one makes you feel more loved? The answer is clear. When someone is fully present with you, their love feels tangible, like a warm embrace, even without physical touch. In a world filled with distractions, true presence is a rare and precious gift. When a man consistently makes you feel like you are the only person in the room, it fosters emotional security, deepens trust, and strengthens the bond between you. Conversely, when someone is physically present but mentally absent, it can create a sense of loneliness, even in their company. Relationships suffer when one person feels unheard or unseen, leading to emotional disconnection. A loving partner understands that presence is an act of love in itself. He recognizes that giving his full attention is a way to honor your presence in his life. When love is genuine, presence is not something that requires effort. It comes naturally. A man who values your presence will cherish the moments you share, no matter how small or ordinary they seem. Whether it's watching a movie together, going for a walk, or simply sitting in comfortable silence, his full engagement makes every moment feel special. If you ever wonder about the depth of someone's love, observe how present they are when they are with you. Do they make you feel like a priority, or do they seem distracted and disconnected? True love exists in the small moments of undivided attention, where presence is given freely and wholeheartedly. Number 6, he seeks emotional intimacy, not just physical affection. Buddhism teaches that love and connection extend far beyond the physical realm. While physical affection is a natural part of a relationship, true and lasting love is built on emotional intimacy. A man who truly loves you does not just desire your touch. He desires your heart, your thoughts, and your soul. He values deep conversations, shared experiences, and a sense of understanding that transcends words. In Buddhist philosophy, relationships are seen as an opportunity for mutual growth and understanding. The Buddha often spoke of companionship as a path to enlightenment, emphasizing that true love is about seeing and supporting each other's spiritual journey. Physical attraction may fade with time, but emotional intimacy deepens, providing a lasting foundation for a meaningful connection. One Buddhist teaching that illustrates this idea is the concept of metta, loving kindness. True love, according to Metta, is unconditional. It does not seek to possess or control, but rather to nurture and support. A man who truly loves you will show this kind of love not just in moments of passion, but in everyday interactions. He will listen to you with presence, support you with kindness, and cherish you beyond the physical. There is a well-known Buddhist story about a husband and wife who lost their wealth due to misfortune. Despite their struggles, the husband turned to his wife one evening and said, "Even if we lose everything, I will still find joy in simply talking with you." This story beautifully illustrates the power of emotional intimacy. While material possessions and physical attraction may come and go, the depth of a true connection remains unshaken. A man who seeks emotional intimacy values the person you are, not just the role you play in his life. He does not see you as an object of desire, but as a soul he is deeply connected with. If you want to understand whether a man truly loves you for who you are, ask yourself, does he enjoy spending time with you, even in silence? Does he listen to you attentively, not just waiting for his turn to speak? Does he seek to understand your thoughts, fears, and dreams? Does he hold your hand for comfort, not just passion? Does he respect your emotions and create a space where you feel safe and heard? A man who genuinely loves you will cherish not just your body, but also your mind and spirit. He will be interested in your daily thoughts, your struggles, and your joys. He will find happiness in simply being with you, whether in deep conversation or quiet companionship. In our modern world, where relationships often prioritize passion and excitement, it is easy to mistake attraction for love. But true love is found in the quiet moments, when he looks at you with understanding, when he remembers the small details that matter to you, when he stands by your side through challenges. Reflect on your relationship. Do you feel heard and understood? Does he value your emotional well-being as much as his own? When difficulties arise, does he seek to strengthen your bond rather than walk away? If the answer is yes, then his love goes beyond mere attraction. It is rooted in emotional intimacy, the kind of love that lasts a lifetime. Number 7, he engages in deep conversations with you. A loving partner is someone who goes beyond casual chats and engages in deep, meaningful conversations. These discussions reveal a person's true nature, desires, and vulnerabilities. When a man takes the time to understand your thoughts, dreams, and concerns, it's a strong indicator that he values you beyond the surface. Many relationships start with lighthearted conversations, talks about favorite movies, hobbies, or travel destinations. While these are important, a relationship that stands the test of time requires deeper discussions. It involves sharing fears, aspirations, past experiences, and even the small details that make up your daily life. A man who is genuinely invested in you will not shy away from these discussions. Instead, he will embrace them, eager to learn more about you on a profound level. I once had a friend whose husband had a beautiful habit. Every evening before they went to bed, he would ask about her day. But it wasn't a routine, polite question. He would ask with genuine curiosity. If she had a good day, he would celebrate her joys. If she faced challenges, he would listen attentively, offering comfort and support. Over the years, these conversations became the foundation of their marriage. They built a level of trust and understanding that many couples long for. This illustrates an important truth. Deep conversations are not just about words, they are about connection. A man who cares about your thoughts and emotions isn't just fulfilling a social obligation, he is showing that he truly values you. Why deep conversations matter in relationships? 1. They build emotional intimacy. Physical attraction and shared activities are important, but emotional intimacy is what sustains a relationship in the long run. When two people share their inner worlds with each other, they create a bond that is difficult to break. 2. They show that he values you. A man who engages in deep conversations with you is not just interested in superficial aspects of your life. He wants to know your opinions, beliefs, and emotions because he sees you as a person with depth, not just a partner in a romantic relationship. They strengthen trust. When someone listens to you with patience and sincerity, it builds trust. Knowing that you can talk about anything without fear of judgment allows for a relationship to grow in a healthy and honest way. 4. They foster growth. Conversations about goals, struggles, and personal experiences help both partners grow. You learn from each other's perspectives, and this mutual learning strengthens your relationship. A simple but powerful question to ask yourself is, does my partner truly listen to me? When you share your thoughts, does he engage with interest, or does he brush them aside? If your partner regularly makes time for meaningful conversations and listens with his heart, he values you deeply. A man who cherishes you will want to hear about your hopes and fears, not because he has to, but because he genuinely cares. And that kind of love is rare and precious. Number 8, he trusts you enough to be his true self. Love is not about perfection. It is about acceptance. When a man truly loves you, he will not feel the need to put on a mask or pretend to be someone he is not. He will let his guard down and allow you to see his vulnerabilities, insecurities, and true nature. This level of trust is a powerful indicator of emotional intimacy and deep connection. In the early stages of a relationship, people often try to present their best selves, hiding flaws, suppressing insecurities, and showcasing only their most admirable qualities. This is a natural part of human interaction. However, as love deepens, the walls begin to come down. A man who loves you will eventually stop worrying about maintaining a perfect image. He will no longer feel the need to impress you with superficial charm or curated perfection. Instead, he will trust that you will accept him as he is, messy, complicated, and beautifully human. This trust manifests in many ways. He openly shares his worries, whether about work, family, or personal fears. He is not afraid to admit when he is wrong. He lets you see him when he is vulnerable, tired, frustrated, or even in tears. He talks about his past mistakes and regrets without fear of judgment. He is comfortable being his goofy, silly, or even awkward self around you. These are signs that he feels safe with you. He knows that he does not have to constantly prove his worth or maintain a facade to earn your love. An elderly monk once said, "Love is not about fixing each other, but about embracing each other's imperfections." This wisdom highlights the essence of true love. Many people enter relationships with the subconscious desire to change their partner, to make them more ambitious, more disciplined, more romantic, or more emotionally expressive. But real love is not about shaping someone into our ideal version of them. It is about seeing them fully, flaws and all, and choosing to love them anyway. Imagine a man who has always struggled with self-doubt. He might put on a confident front for the world, but with you, he allows himself to express his uncertainties. Instead of telling him to be more confident or just believe in himself, you accept him as he is and reassure him that he is enough. In return, he feels seen, understood, and deeply valued. How comfortable is he with you? Ask yourself, does he share his struggles and fears with you, or does he keep them hidden? When he has a bad day, does he let you see his frustration, or does he try to mask it? Does he laugh freely and act silly around you without fear of being judged? When he is in pain, physically or emotionally, does he confide in you? If the answer is yes, then he trusts you with his heart. This trust is a precious gift, one that should be cherished and reciprocated. Just as he allows you to see his true self, he also hopes to see yours. True love is not about perfection. It is about accepting each other completely, with all the flaws, fears, and beautiful imperfections that make us human. Number 9, he pays attention to the small details. Love is found in the details, the little things he remembers, the subtle ways he makes your life easier. Grand gestures and dramatic declarations may capture attention, but it is the everyday, unnoticed acts of kindness that reveal the depth of someone's love. When a man truly loves you, he pays attention, not just to the big milestones, but to the small, seemingly insignificant aspects of your life that make you who you are. A woman once shared a heartwarming story about her husband. "My husband always fills my gas tank before it runs low. He never says anything about it, never expects a thank you. He just does it. At first, I didn't even notice until I realized that I had never been in a situation where my car was almost out of gas. It wasn't until one day, when I was running late and jumped into my car, that I truly appreciated this small act. I never asked him to do it, and he never made a big deal about it. But in that moment, I understood. This is love. Not words, not extravagant gifts, but simple, thoughtful actions that make my life easier." This is the kind of love that goes unnoticed by the world, but means everything to the person receiving it. Love isn't just about what is said, it's about what is done, quietly, without expectation of praise. A man who loves you will remember how you take your coffee, whether you prefer it black with a splash of cream or with 2 sugars. He will recall that you always get cold at night and will bring you a blanket without you asking. He will know the little things that make you smile. Maybe it's your favorite song playing in the car, a small note left in your lunchbox, or a simple text message in the middle of the day saying, "Thinking of you." He notices when you are stressed and offers support in ways that matter. He doesn't just listen to your words, he listens to your heart. He knows that when you say, "I'm fine," you might actually need a hug or a quiet moment to yourself. He anticipates your needs, not because he has to, but because he wants to. Think about your own experiences with love, romantic or otherwise. Have you ever had someone in your life who consistently noticed the small things? Perhaps it was a partner, a parent, or even a friend. These are the people who make life a little easier, a little warmer. When you find someone who remembers the little things, what makes you laugh, what foods you dislike, how you like your pillows arranged, it's a sign that they truly care. Real love is not about grand moments, but about the everyday kindness that makes life smoother, happier, and more fulfilling. If your partner is the kind of person who notices the details, cherish him, because love, in its purest form, is found in the quiet gestures that often go unnoticed, but mean everything. Love is not just about saying, "I love you." True love is demonstrated through consistent actions, deep understanding, and unwavering presence. Words may be powerful, but they become empty if not backed by genuine effort and commitment. Love is about showing up, not just when it is convenient, but especially when times are tough. It means listening with an open heart, offering support without conditions, and being there even in moments of silence. Real love is found in the small, everyday gestures. Remembering your partner's favorite things, offering a reassuring touch, or simply sharing a quiet moment together. It is in the patience you show when conflicts arise, in the sacrifices made for the happiness of the other, and in the deep respect that sustains a lifelong bond. Love is a journey of continuous effort, learning, and growth. Does your partner show these signs of true love? How do you express love beyond words? Share your experiences in the comments below. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and be part of our growing community. Love is not just about finding the right person, it is about being the right partner. Let's walk this journey together. See you in the next video.